Okay, so now we can start with the type casting. Now, what is this typecasting? Typecasting is like a concept of changing one data type into another. So it is changing one data type into another. That is known as typecasting. Okay, for example, we have a string. We can change strings to number. We can change number to strings. We can change, let's say, integer to float, float to complex, and so that we can see. Okay, so for example, let's say we have this string number 1 equal 12. So this is a number. Basically, it is a string for us, for user. So what we can do, first we can check the type of this string. So here we can type print type of this variable, which is number 1. So it is a string. Now we can convert this number 1 into number because it is a string. So what we can do, we can use, let's number 2 equal int of number 1. Now here we can check the type of number
1. Number 2.
See, previously, this number 1, which is this one, was 12, which is our string. But now we have converted this 12 into integer with the help of this int constructor. So it is known as typecasting. Here we are changing one data type into another. For example, let's say we have this string hello. Now we cannot convert this hello into number because this is a characters and we cannot convert these characters into number. So when we run it, it will throw the error. Okay, because we cannot convert these alphabets into number. But if we have a number, let's say 23.5, we have this number, but in the form of string, then we can convert this particular number into number, like integer or float, this particular string into numbers.
Float and numbers.
Okay, now you can see we cannot convert this 23.5 into integer because it is a float number. But we can convert this 23.5 into float, okay, which is decimal number. So we can use number 3 equal, we can use float here. And here we can use number 1, like this. And then we can print type of number 3. Sorry, we have to remove this one first. Now you can see previously it was a string. Now here we have converted this string into float. Okay, because it is 23.5 and 23.5 is a float. It is a decimal number, not an integer. Okay, so this is an example of like converting a string into float. The same we can do with the converting integer into float and float into integer. For example, we have this number equal, let's say we have this number here, 12. Okay, first we can check the type of this number. And then we can also print this number. Now here we can change this number into float, which is number. And then again we can check the type of this one and then print it. So here you can notice first this number, which is a number variable, is an integer because it contains 12 only. So it is a type of integer and number is 12. Then we have converted this number 12 into float, which is float here. So we are converting float and num variable, which is the previous variable. Okay, and then here your type here is float and number value is 12.0. Previously it was 12 only because of integer, but we have converted into float. So value becomes 12.0 because of float is a decimal. Same as we can do the reverse. If we have number like, let me show it here only. Let's say if we have this 12.3, so we can convert this float into integer by just removing integer here. Okay. So if I run this one, it will do the reverse. So previously number was float with this is my number, which is float. Then we have converted this float into integer, like here. Integer. So class integer and 12. Okay, and you can see 0.3 has been removed from the original 12 because it is an integer number. Floating numbers, or we can say decimal values, are not converted. So this is simple like converting the string into numbers or numbers into like integer into float, float into numbers. Even we can convert list into tuple, tuple into list, tuples into set and so on. So let's say we have this one converting list into tuples. For example, there is list underscore one. So let's say with a list of numbers, just numbers. Then here we can first print type of this list underscore one so that we can check the type. Then we can print list underscore one on. Okay. Then we have this tuple. Okay, underscore one. And here we are converting this list into tuple. So we will use tuple as a constructor here. Tuple brackets. And now name of your list underscore one, which you want to convert. So I want to convert this list. So I'm putting the name of this list here that I want to convert into tuple. And then we are printing the same here. Just print the type of tuple underscore one. And then you can print tuple itself. Okay, so let's run this one. So first you have this list, class is list, because it is the list only. Okay, so this is my list because it is inside square brackets. Then we have converted the list into tuple. So you can see class is now tuple, but it is now tuple, which is in the like enclosed with the round brackets. But you can see the same data only. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have the same data, but it has converted from one form to another. Same we can do vice versa, like we can convert tuples into list. Okay, just we have to use list parameter here. Okay, so let's copy this one and let's see. We can convert list, well, tuples into list. So let's say we have this tuple here. Okay, here we have this tuple. So, and then here we can convert this tuple into list by using a list constructor here, which is list here. And here we can use tuple underscore like this. And here we can paste this here and this one here. Okay, so we have this tuple, which we have this data. So we can check type first and then we can print. And then we are converting this tuple into a list. So here you can see the reverse. So let me remove this one. So this is my tuple, which is what I have created. And then I have converted my tuple into a list. So here we can see class list, which is this is my list. But here we can note the same data in the tuple and in the list because we have converted the same tuple into list. So this is like converting tuple into list. Now we cannot convert dictionary because dictionaries are like the combination of key value pairs. So we cannot convert dictionaries. We can convert set. For example, we have this list into set. Okay, or set into list. For example, we have this list again. Okay, this is list. Now we can use set underscore one. And then we can convert set. We can use set constructor here and list underscore one, which I want to convert. And then I can check print type of set underscore one. Same as here, we can print set underscore one. So now the list has converted into set. So if I run this one, you can notice. Previously it was list because it is inside the square bracket. Now it is inside curly braces, which is it is a set. So we can convert list into set, tuples into set into tuples, or set into list. But we cannot do operations with a dictionary because a dictionary is like the combination of key value pair. That we cannot do. But we can convert these data types. Same as we can, let me show you another example of converting the tuples into set. So here we can convert tuples into frozen set. Okay, not set, even frozen set. For example, we have this tuple underscore one equal. Let's say we have this tuple of numbers. Then we can check the type of this tuple underscore one. And then we can simply print tuple underscore one. And then we have this frozen set. So we can use frozen set fr equal frozen set. We can call frozen set here, and then we can convert tuple underscore one. Okay, then we can print frozen set type, and then we can print frozen set. So we have this tuple here, and then we are converting this tuple into frozen set. Okay, so you can see class is tuple, and this is our tuple. And then we have converted the tuple into frozen set. So class is frozen set, and here we have this frozen set here. Okay, so here what we can do, let me list what we can do and what we cannot. So here, after this class, you can practice these questions. Okay, so let me write. First, we can first convert list into tuples. Second, you have to convert tuples into list. Third, you have to convert set into list. And fourth, convert list into set. And then fifth, convert list into frozen set. And sixth, convert. Even you can convert frozen set into the list. Okay, like here you can first convert frozen set into list. Same as you can do with the tuple. 7, you can convert tuples into set, and here convert set into tuples. And 9th, you can also convert that frozen set into tuples. And 10th last, convert tuples into frozen set. Okay, also convert integer into float and vice versa. Okay, like float into integer. So after the class, you can try these questions. Is it clear this much? we can do the conversion?
Yeah, we don't have sample for uh, integer, float, and vice versa, teacher.
Sorry.
I think we don't have example for convert integer into float
Hmm.
and vice versa. Oh, I think we have
Yeah, we have
integer.
let me see here.
Oh
Here
yeah,
this
that one.
example.
First one. Okay, the first one. Yes.
This is string.
Mhm.
Okay, and here we are converting string into
Integer.
integer. Yeah. And then we have this is string.
String to float.
Basically, it is this string, this one that we can convert, and then we have this. Let's take copy this one, and here we have this 23.5. This is
Mhm.
string, and then this is into float.
Float. Yes.
This is float
Float. Yeah.
into
Into
integer.
integer.
Okay, and vice versa, like integer into float. That you can do. Okay, it is like very simple. Just you have to use the constructor here: float, integer, and list tuples, etc.
Hmm.
Okay. Now next, we have another way of creating list, tuple, dictionary, set. For example, previously we were creating list underscore one with the help of square brackets like this one, right? Now we can create list with another way. We can use here list underscore two, let's say. And here we can use a list constructor. So here we can use list and then brackets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically, you have to use double brackets here. Okay, so you can see this is one way of creating a list. And this is just another way of creating the list. Okay, let me change characters here. We can put any character. Let's say we can put any kind of character. Say 6, 7, 8. So if I print both of the lists, you will notice no difference. So list underscore one and print list underscore two. And if I run this one, you will see no difference. This is first list, which is created by simple square brackets. And this is second list, which is created by this list constructor here. Okay, and you can see there's no difference in the list. So it is like an example of creating a list in two ways. Mainly we use this way of creating a list, first one. Okay, because we always use square bracket of creating a list. But whenever you are reading any code of others and you see this way, so it is just another way of creating a list. Okay,
Hmm.
not like anything else. Just we are creating a list with the help of a list constructor here, and we are using double brackets. And whatever data we want to put, we are putting here. Okay, so this one they are same. If you check the type of the list underscore second, you will notice it is a list only, class list. Okay, so it is a class list. So this is one way, and second way of creating a list. Same as we have same way of creating a tuple. So ordinary way of creating a tuple is we are using round brackets, right? We are using round brackets and numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or any character or any kind of data. Now we can use tuple underscore 2. And here we can use tuple constructor here and double brackets, and we can put any kind of data. Let's say 6, 7, 8, or we can put April or grades and so on. So this is another way of creating a tuple. Okay, this is first way, and this is second way. So if we check the same, print tuple underscore 1, and we can print tuple underscore 2. So you can see the tuple only. So you can see this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our tuple and this is also the tuple. But we have created by using second way. So this is first way of creating a tuple and this is second way of creating a tuple. So you can use both, okay, like whatever you want. But basically we use this way because it is easy. We are just using a round brackets and filling our data. It is not easy because first you have to put tuple here and then brackets here and then you have to put your data and then again brackets here. So it is a long mechanism, but I want to show that there's another way also. Okay, same as we have this in the dictionary. Let's say dictionary underscore one, and we have this dictionary of name. That's the job. And let's say this age. Okay. So this is one way of creating a dictionary. The second way of creating a dictionary is dictionary underscore two. Here we have to use dictionary as a constructor here and then brackets. Okay. And here we have to use key value pair. Like here we have to use name, comma, John. Okay. And then we have to put comma again and then brackets again. Then age, comma, 15 like this. So if I print both dictionaries, dictionary underscore one and print dictionary underscore two. So you will see they are both dictionaries. There's an error.
Things should be curly.
Let's see. I think instead of one, you have to go
There you go.
column.
Yeah. Colon, not oh,
No, I think this is a wrong syntax. Let me try it.
I think the comma again, another comma. There you go. That's the syntax. Teacher and the comma. Yes.
Yeah, there's an invalid syntax. Maybe we have to use comma here and then comma here. Let's try this one. Perfect. I think 34. Okay, not that. See, now, this is not working. So what we can do, we can troubleshoot this problem. So in this case, whenever you got any error, you can just go to your Google and here you can search for another way of creating dictionary in Python. Yeah, we have to use curly braces and then we can use Python documentation, but we can use this one also. Let's see what is the problem. Yeah, we have to use dictionary and then curly braces inside the round brackets. That is the problem,
Yeah.
like this. So let's try it. So here we have to just use curly braces. And then here we can put our data like this. Okay, now it is good. Okay, so whenever you face any problem or any error, even you can copy this particular error like this one and you can paste on Google, like whenever you are having any error in Python. And once you paste it, you will get a website known as Stack Overflow. Stack Overflow is a website where it is like a community where all the developers came and they solve your problem. For example, when you click on this one, you can see this is a problem related to your own problem. Okay, like nearby your problem. Then you have your solutions here. They will provide you solutions like what is the problem and even the explanation. So even you have multiple solutions here. And you have these comments here, so you can also go through these comments. So it is like a wonderful website for solving the Python or any kind of error. Okay, so Stack Overflow and second is Medium. So we have
Mhm.
these two websites for fixing the error. If you are having any error and you are not sure about what is the meaning of this error or anything, then you can just Google it. Okay. So this is second way of creating a dictionary, which is dictionary and curly braces name John age 18. So they are same. Same as we can do with the set. We have the set underscore one equal. Let's say we have the set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have second way set underscore second. We can use set constructor here and double brackets in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this. So this is another way of creating set. So this is set underscore one and this is set underscore two. Okay, so they are same set.
Mm-hmm.
Is it clear how we can create tuple
Yes,
dictionary
teacher.
or set?
Yes, sir. Yes, teacher. Clear.
Now, then we have concept of input and output. Now, what is this input and output? What is output? So whatever we are printing, that is input. Sorry, output. For example, the printing here,
Mr. Output.
hello world, or whatever we are printing. So this is our output. Okay, so this is
Mm-hmm.
our output.
Output.
What
Yeah.
is input? Let's say we want to add two numbers. Okay, and we want, let's say you want to create a calculator. So whenever you see a calculator, you have to put a number. So you are a user and calculator is a device. So you're
Mm-hmm.
putting the number by yourself, which means the calculator is taking numbers from you as a user. So the calculator is taking numbers from the users. Same as we can do here. Let's say you are creating a form and you want the user name and last name. Okay, then you can take users like these parameters from users. For example, let's say we have this name here. Here we are printing name manually. Okay, we are printing name manually. But what we can do, we can take name from the user. So here we can use input and then what we want to say to user. Let's say I want to say enter your name. Okay, like this one. And here I can print the name here. Okay, like name here. So if I run this one, this is an example of input. Okay, so here you can click on here and click on view. Sorry, click on run. How is this option? Yeah, you can click on this terminal and click on new terminal because we have to run this code in the terminal. So I am in this location, so I have to move on desktop. So I can move on desktop and then I have to use here Python and name of my file, which is first.py and then enter. So now the code is asking me enter your name. So I can enter my name as Bhavya. And here you can see we have this Bhavya here. Okay. Same as let's say I am asking the user their last underscore name equal. So here input enter your last name like this one. And here we can put, you can use here last underscore, sorry, first name, which is name plus last name like this one. So that we can combine both first name and last name. Okay, and here we can press, we can use here again terminal and click on new terminal. Okay, we can see the previous one. And here we can simply run Python and name of your file first.py. Enter. So it is asking for enter your name. So my name, let's say this one. And enter your last name. This is this one. And here you can see that we have my first name and then last name without a space. So there's no space. So if you want to add a space, what you can do? You can add a space here. Because when you add a space here, this will make no sense because when you run this again, see, when you run this again, let's say clear the screen like this one. Let's say first name and then last name. See, there's no space added. So no matter how much space you are adding here, this will not add here. So what we can do, we have to add space inside quotations. Here we have to use plus again, and here we have to use space. Okay, like here. We have to put quotations, now space. So here I am giving a one space, just one space. So if I run this one again, so again I am entering my name. And then here you can see we have first name and then there's a space. Okay, there's a space and then last name. If you add lots of space here, so now this will be added here only, in the space only. If I enter again, so you can see there's a lots of space. So even you are adding space within the quotations, then you can add space. Otherwise, you cannot. Okay, if you put space here, so this will not work. So here we have to add space even within the quotations. That is why quotations are important. And even this is known as a string. A string with lots of spaces. Okay. So we want just one space. So we have seen that we have this name. Input is mainly for taking input from the user. Okay. And then here I want to display this test here. Enter your name here, which is enter your name. Okay, plus colon and then space here. Okay, this colon and this space here. This one. And then here I am entering, enter your last name. So once user finish by entering his first name, he will enter his last name. Okay. And then we are printing the first name plus last name. And this process is known as concatenation because we are adding strings. So if you check the type of name here, so it is a string only. Okay. If I check here, again, we can run. Let me enter my name. You can see there is class string. So this name is a string, which means this input parameter. Okay, this input parameter takes, or we can say not parameter, function takes input as a string data type, not as a number, not as a float, not as a complex, not as a list, tuple, anything, but as a simple string. Okay, that is why we have this name as a string. Same as you can check for the last name, it is also a string. Okay, so let's take one more example. Let's say we want to add two numbers. Okay, so here I will take here number 1 equal input. Let's say if you leave this one as it is, okay, like as it is, then you will see no parameter here. Okay, if I click here, you will see nothing here. But here you can see there's a stop here, which means you have to enter something here. Let's say 4 here. Okay, if you are leaving this one, so don't leave one, otherwise you will get confused. So you can just enter here, enter the first number, like this one. Then we can use number second, which is input, enter the second number. Okay, so we have this number 1 and number 2. Now we can print. Okay, now we can add these numbers. Print number 1 plus simply number 2. Right. So we are adding number 1 and number 2. Now we can run this code here. So we can use Python. And name of your file first.py. So for what is the first number? Let's say 2 here. The second number, let's say 3 here. So now you can see instead of adding numbers, it is concatenating, which is 2 and 3. It is combining, not adding here. Why? Because as I said, input function takes input as a string. So this 2 and 3 is a string here. So when I show you like this one, let's say it is number 3, 2. And number 4, here is 3. So this one is adding 2 plus 3 is 2 and 3 together like this one. Not adding 2 plus 3, 5, but combining 2 and 3 because 2 is a string here and 3 is also a string. So here we have to convert this number, this string into a number so that we can add numbers, right? So what we can do, how we can convert? Simply we can put integer before input. Okay, simple. We can put integer before input. Same as here, we can put integer before numbers like this. Now we can run this code. For example, we have this number 2 and 3. Now you can see we have this 5 here instead of 2 and 3. Because we have converted the input, whatever the input comes here, it will convert it into the integer. Same as here, whatever the input come here, it will convert it into the integer with the help of this int constructor. And then we are adding number 1 plus number 2. Is it clear this much?
Yes, teacher.
If you run this one from this button here, let's say we're creating an input here. And if you run this one, this will stuck here. Okay, you cannot enter here anything. So there's a problem with the code runner. So that is why you have to run this in another way. You have to run this in another way. Like here, you can click on terminal and click on view terminal here. And you are in your user directory. Then you have to move to that location where your file is located. Then you can use CD and then location where your file is located. So mine is on desktop. Okay, now I can run Python and my name of my file first.py. And then first number is let's say 466. Okay, 70. Okay, so this is another way of running the Python code. Now, let's take another example. Let's say we want to take name, first name, last name, and age from the user. So first we will create a first variable here, first underscore name equal input here simply. And here we can enter, please enter your first name. Then we can put last underscore name, which is enter your last name. And then here we can use age here. Age equal input. Here we can put enter your last, age. And here we can print. Now we can combine strings plus variable. For example, here we can first use your first name is okay, and then here you have to press space and a comma here. Okay, a comma here, and then your first name. Okay, you can see first we are here, we have this string here, and then we are putting a comma, and then we have this first name. So whatever is the first name, it will add here. For example, your first name is John, like this one. So John will be added here, like this one. Your first name is John. So we are putting a variable with the string. Okay, and here let's say we can put here print your last name is, and here we can put a comma, and then last underscore name. And then here we can put print your age is, comma, age. So we are calling these variables first name, last name, and age here. So if I run this one, if I clear the screen, first name, here I can put, let's say, John. We can put any last name, let's say 10. Ages, let's say 80. Like this one. Now you can notice your first name is John, your last name is Derek, and your age is 18 years. So this is all concatenating. Like here we have this one, your first name is as it is, and then we have a space here, and then John. Whatever in the first name. Same as with this last name and then age here. It is simple. Same as you can do the entire thing in one print parameter. Like here it is to print. Here you can use the first name, or you can use your first name is, okay, you can put a comma, first name. And then again a comma here, and then quotation again, like this. And here we can
Then one
choose
space.
your last name is, and then again a comma, and then you can call last underscore name. Okay, and then again a comma. Here we can put your age is, and again a comma, age, like this one. Okay, so we can do the same in one line only. Your first name is first name, then comma. Make sure to use comma. If you not use comma, this will throw the error because we are
Mm-hmm.
separating a string with a variable. We are this string, so this will be printed as it is. But in place of first name, we are putting a name here, whatever the user will apply here. Okay, so first name is not inside string. And then we have this your last name and then comma and the last name here, which is not inside quotations. And then your ages and then this one. Let's see. We can clear the screen. And here we have this first name. We can use John, Derek, and 42. Now you can see your first name is John, your last name is Derek, and your age is 42. So this is how we can, your first name will be printed as it is. Then we have this first name, and then your last name will be printed as it is, then last name, and then your age will be printed as it is, and then we have this age. Okay, so let's take another example. Let's say we have this number again, number one. Okay, let me write it. Let's say we have this int, first converting numbers, and then input. Okay, and then here we have this enter, the first number. And then we have this number second, which is in input. And here we have this enter, the second number, like this. And then we can simply print the first number is we can put a comma and then number one. Okay, this is the first number. Then we can put a comma again and sorry, we have to put a quotation first and the second number is then comma here and number second. Okay, and here we can again print here like this one, which is the sum of first number, or we can simply see we have this the sum of comma number one comma and number two here comma here is comma number one plus number two, like this. Okay, so the first number is printed as it is. Then we have this number one. Then we have the second number will be printed as it is, number two. Then with the sum of will be printed as it is, then number one. And number two is number one plus number two. Okay. So here, if I clear the screen, number one, let's say 4. Number one, 5. So the first line says the first number is 4 and the second number is 5. Which is here you can see the first number is printed as it is and then number 1 will be replaced by whatever the user will enter. Here I have entered 4 here. So that is why it is replaced by 4. Then and the second number will be printed as it is because it is a string, comma, is 5. Because what is the number second? User has entered 5 here. So here we have this 5. And then here we have this the sum of 4 and 5 is 9 here. Because 4 plus 5 is 9. Is it clear?
Mm-hmm. Yes, teacher.
Okay. So let me give you some questions. Okay, for now. Take user first name and last name and print it together. Second, take two numbers and add them. Okay, so please do it now. You have to take user's first name and last name and print it together. And then you have to take two numbers and add them. Okay, that you have to do now. So the examples are here only. Number one, this is for the second question and this is for the first question. Okay, the examples are here on.
Yes, teacher, I will do it. Okay, teacher. Share my screen. Hello? Hmm.
Is it completed?
Yes, teacher. I think I have some. Let me share to you my screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so now share my screen. I think this one. I think this one. I need to go to my desktop. That's my file. So from here, go to terminal, right, teacher?
Yeah. Terminal. Get top
Right.
option. Get the same option. Okay.
Or
This
is
one,
it?
this one.
This one, yeah.
Yeah. Click on this one and click on
And
first option.
first options, this one.
Yeah.
So
Okay, now you are in that location. So check where your file is.
I think dir. I cannot see the desktop. Or yeah, there you go. Where's the desktop? Oh, OneDrive. I think OneDrive.
So here's your file is first.py. Okay, that is different file.
And then desktop. And then first, okay.
So
I
first
pick.
save your file. Then you can
Save
see
my
different dot. Just press Control S. No, not save
control.
as, not just Control S. Yeah. Now it is saved. Now you can run Python and name of your file. First Python and then name of your file.
Python, then first. Hi. Like that, teacher?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, gotcha. Please. Sabilia. Oh, enter the first number. 3 and 10. So 13. That's it, teacher, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Okay. Stop sharing,
Yeah.
teacher.
Is it clear this concept?
Yes, teacher.
Now we can start the discussion on operators.
Okay.
In Python, we have many operators. So let's say the operators like arithmetic operators, we have this logical operators, identity operators, membership operators, assignment operators, and then I guess assignment and comparing operators are same. And here this comparison operators. So we have this list of operators. So first we have this concept of operators and operand. So for example, if we are using 2 plus 3. So 2 and 3 are known as operands and plus is an operator here. Or we are doing, let's say A equal to B equal 3. So A plus B. So here, this plus is a operator, right? And A, B, or 2 or 3, whatever it is, they are known as operands. Okay, they are known as operands. So first we will start with a discussion on arithmetic operators. So arithmetic operators are like most common one. They contains here this plus addition, okay, here this subtraction, then here this multiplication, then here division. Now this division is known as float division. Okay, means pointing division. Then we have this integer division, which is double slash. Then we have this modulus, which is, and then with this exponential.
Exponential. Okay.
Okay, we just power off like this one. So addition is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Now, what is the difference in this division and this division? That we will see. Modulus, whenever we are performing this division, this will return. For example, you are dividing, let's say 5 by 2. Okay, 5 by 2, which means 2 into 2, 4. So we will have 4.5. Okay, like this one. So we have this answer, sorry, 2.5, this answer. But whenever we are doing the same, then we are dividing 5 by 2, then in this integer division, we have only 2, not 0.5. So in the integer division, it will not show you the point part here. Only the first part, which is before point, which is 2 here, not after point. So that is why we always prefer float division, because float division will show you the exact value. Okay, whatever the value is. And integer division will show you the half part without decimals, because this is not the complete answer. When we divide 2 by 5, it is not the complete answer, because 2 into 2, 4, then remainder is 1. So it is not the complete answer. But still some of the users uses integer division. Then we have modulus. Modulus is mainly for, again, for division only, but it will return the remainder part. For example, again, you divide 5 by 2. So the remainder will be 1. Okay, because 2 into 2, 4, 5 minus 4, 1. So this will always return the remainder part. For example, if you are dividing 4 by 2, which means 2 into 2, 4. 4 is completely divisible by 2. So answer will be 0, because the remainder will be 0 here. Then we have exponential. Exponential means power of. For example, 4 exponential 2 here. So 4 times 2, which means 4.
16.
Sorry, 2 times 4. 4 into 4, which is 4 into 4, 16. Like this. You increase number of 3 here, like here. So 3 times 4, which is 4 into 4 into 4, like this. Okay, which is 64, like this one. So let's perform this operation. So from what we can do, we can take numbers from the user only. Let's take number 1 equal int, and here we will use input. So we will say enter the first number. Then we have the number second. Here we will put int input, enter the second number, like this. Now we can start with a print. First number 1. Let me put not number 1. Let me put A and B for short form. A and B. Just for short form. So here we can put A plus B. And let me copy the code. This is A minus B, A multiply, A division. So this is a float division. Okay, which will give you float numbers, decimal number. And this is integer division, integer number. This is modulus, and this is exponential, like this. Okay, now we can run this. So let me clear the screen. So first here, we have this Python. Even you can press upper arrow key to show you the previous commands. Upper arrow key. Okay. These are my previous commands. So I'm pressing Python first.py. Now the first number, let's say 5. Second number 2 here. Now you can see the result. 5 plus 2, 7. 5 minus 2, 3. 5 multiplied by 2, 10. 5 divided by 2, 2.5, you can see. This is a float division. But when you divide again, and here you can see this is an integer division. So here we are dividing only, dividing and dividing, but the answer is same. Sorry, answer is different. Here we are dividing and getting the numbers, which is decimal also. But whenever we divide with the help of double slash, which is integer division, it will show me the two part. Here you can see 0.5 is not visible here because it is an integer division. Then modulus, which will return the remainder part. Here you can see 1 here. Because when you divide 2 by, 5 by 2, you will get remainder 1. Right? So that is one remainder. Modulus. So you can see here we are dividing, here we are dividing, and here we are dividing. But answers are same. One is returning you the whole answer, which is with the help of point. Second is returning you only the integer part, not the float part. And third one is returning you the remainder part. And then we have this exponential, which is 5 exponential 2, which is 5 times 2, 2 times 5, which is 5 multiplied by 5, which is 25. And here you can split 25 here. Okay, so arithmetic operators are important. Let me show you again. Let's say number is 4 and number is 2 here. So 4 plus 2, 6. 4 subtract, multiply 4 into 2, which is 4 into 2, 8. And then divide. You can see the decimal number 2.0 because 2 into 2, 4. So 2 is divisible, 4 is divisible by 2, which is we have 2.0. And here you can see we have 2 only. And then remainder is 0 only because there's no remainder part here. Because 4 is completely divisible by 2. There's no remainder. So that is why we have 0 here. And then 2 times 4. 4 into 4, 16 here. Like this one. Is it clear?
Clear, teacher, yes.
Okay. So these are known as arithmetic operators. Then we can move to comparison operators. Sorry, let's say assignment first. So in the assignment, we have these operators, which is first plus equal, then minus equal, then multiply equal, divide equal, again divide equal. Okay, and then with this modulus equal, exponential equal, and even we have this one ampersand equal, which is and or equal, and this bitwise operator equal, and sorry, not, and then this one equal, or else we have this is I think left shift, and this is left shift. So we have these assignment operator. Now you can see these are looking familiar up to here. Okay, these are new one. See, assignment operator is like let me show you the example first. Let's say we have this number 1. Let's say number 1 equals 4. Now you want to add plus 1 number or plus 2 number into number 1 only. So how you will do it? Number 1 equal number 1, which is plus 4, or let's say 1. So here you are adding, we have this number 1. You want to add 1 plus number in this number 1 only. So you will create another variable with the same name, number 1, and then equal number 1, which is 4 plus 1, 5. It is like, what is the value of number 1? 4 only. So 4 plus 1 equal 5. This is we are doing here. But it is very long. It is a very long form. So we can do the same with a short form. How? Here we have this number 1 plus equal 1, like this one. So this line and this line, they are same only. Here you can see we are adding number 1. What is the value of number 1 is 4 on 4 plus 1, 5. Okay, so this line and this line, they are same only. But you can see we have just reduced the number of operators here. We have combined number 1, this one variable only, and we are adding here. So we are using just plus and then equal to 1, which means first plus the number and then assign to number 1 only, which is this number. Okay, so if I print here number 1, you will see 5 here. 5 here. Okay, so this is known as assignment operator. We are assigning and adding together. For example, let's say that this, we can do the same, number 1 minus equal 4. So answer will be number 1, 0. Because 4 minus 4, 0. Number 1. So we are doing the operation with this number only. So number 1 and then minus, so 4 minus 4, 0. So answer will be 0. 0 answer. Because we are subtracting 4 with the previous number, number 1, which is 4 only. So 4 minus 4, 0. Same as we do the multiplication here, which is 4 into 4, 16. Division here, 4 divided by 4. Integer division, modulus here, and exponential here. Like this one. So they are same only. The difference is we are just assigning and adding together. So this you can do whenever you have same variable. Let's say another variable here, number 2 equal 5. Now you cannot do number like this one. You cannot do number 1 like this one plus equal number 2. Okay, you can, but this makes no sense because here we are adding plus 5 into 4 only, which is 9 here. So if I print here number 1, you will see 9 like this one, which is what we are doing here. We have this number 1. So what is the value of number 1? 4. And then we have plus and equal, which is we are plusing. Okay, we are adding 5 here, which is 5 because number 2 is 5. And then after adding these number, we are assigning them to number 1 only. So now we are changing the value number now. Like we are overwriting the value of number 1, which is 4. Previously it was 4, now it was 9. Okay, so if I show you, print number 1 here. So you will see the difference. First number 1 was 4 because of this variable. Okay, number 1. Then we add number 1 plus number 2 and we are assigning the adding value to number 1 only, which means number 1 will override this value. So that is why we are 9 here. So here we are overriding the number 1, which is number 1 variable value. So it is just assigning the operator. These are very useful whenever we are working on loop or conditionals, then that we will see. Okay, so these are the all arithmetic operators only. These are known as logical operators, which is AND or NOT, that we will see later. And this is bitwise operator. Okay, that we will see. But for now, just remember, these are the assignment operators. And this is how we use it. Understood? Any questions here?
No, teacher.
Okay. Then we have comparison operators. So the comparison operators, we have equal sign first. Let me write here. Equal to, which is this one. Then we have not equal, which is not equal. Then we have greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, which is this one, greater than, and equal to. And then it is less than, equal to. So these operators in the comparison operator. Comparison operators are mainly for comparing the value. Okay, for example, you are comparing value like this one. 5 equal 5. So you're comparing. Okay, so these are comparison operator. So let's take an example. Let's take two number here. Number A, it's 5. Number B equal 4. Okay, now we are comparing. So here we will print if A equal to B or not. So comparison operators always show you the answer in true or false. Okay, yes or no, or true or false. For example, we have this A 5, B 4. So we are checking if A equal to 4 or not, which is 5 is equal to 4 or not. Here you cannot use single operator because single operator is mainly for assigning the values. We have this equal here. So this is for assignment operator. This is not comparison. Comparison operator is double equal sign here. Okay, so answer will be false here because 5 is not equal to 4 here. Same as we can check if A, which is 5 is not equal to 4, which is B here. So the answer will be true here because this is true. 5 is not equal to 4. 5 is 5 and 4 is 4. So answer will be true here. First false because of this one and second true here because of next line. So comparison operator always give you answer it true and false only. Let's see, we can check print. If A is greater than, we can check here if A is greater than B or not. Or we can check if A is less than B or not. So A is greater than B or not. Like 5 is greater than 4. Yes, 5 is. So answer is true here. And we can check if 5 is less than 4. So answer is false. Okay. But if we do like this one, if B, which is 4, is less than A or not, then this is true here. This is true here because this 4 is less than 5. Yeah, it is. So the answer will be 2 here. So you will answer the answer C test is it false? False, true, true, false, true. Right, like this one. So if I run this one, you will see false, true, true, false, true, which is last one is we are checking if A is less than B or not, which is 5 is less than 4 or not. So 5 is not less than 4, which is answer is false. But here we are checking if 4 is less than 5, we have reversed the variable. So it is true here. And here we are checking if 5 is greater than 4 or not. It is true because 5 is greater than 4. Here we are checking if 5 is not equal to 4, which is, yeah, 5 is not equal to 4. Okay. And then at last we have, where is greater than equal to and less than equal to, which is, here we are using the AND operator, like print, let's see where this A is greater than or equal to B or not, which means we are checking here if 5, okay, 5 number, which is A, is greater than or which is equal to 4, which means it will show you the true answer for it for now, because we know that 5 is greater than 4. But if I turn here 5 and 5, like this one, so this will show me true as well, because we are checking for 5 is greater than 4, including 5. Okay, which means we here, let me show you the answer first. Oh, like this one. So here you can see true here at last, because 5 is greater than 2. Same as we can do here, print A is less than or equal to B, which is here we are checking if 5 is less than or equal to 4. So answer will be false here, because 5 is less than 4. Okay, you can see false here. Now, what is the difference in this one and this one? See, in here we are checking for simply for if 5 is greater than 4 or not. What if the answer is 5 and 5? If both numbers are 5 and 5. So here the answer will be 5 and 5 is equal. So answer will be true here. 5 and 5 are not equal. We are checking false because 5 and 5 are equal. A is greater than B. Now here we are checking if 5 is greater than B or not. So this is false because 5 is equal to 5. So answer is false here. And same as here, the answer will be false. Same as here, the answer will be false. Because we are comparing the value. We are checking for the greater than and equal than. Sorry, greater than and less than. But here values are equal. But here you will see the answer will not change. Because here we are checking if 5 is greater than or equal to 4. Which is, here we are checking if 5 can be greater or it can be equal.
But
Like this.
teacher Bavia, the
Yeah.
the given letter B is a 5, not a 4.
Sorry.
So remember our given letter B is equals to 5, not we need to change the 4 to 5 into 5. Yeah.
Yeah. This one, no? Yeah. So here we are checking 5 is less than A or not, which is 5 is less than 4 or not, which is not, because both are 5 and 5. So that is why we
Yeah.
have this answer false here.
Yes.
Okay.
But for
Now
this
we are checking. Yeah.
greater than equal is both is same it's same number 5 now, right? So
Yeah.
that's true.
Now, yeah. So here we have this one. Now here we are checking if 5 is greater than or equal to 5 or not. So
Yeah.
5 is not greater than 5, but it is equal. So answer will be true here. Okay, so answer will be true here. Same as here, we are checking if 5 is less than 5 or not, which is not. But here we are also checking one more condition, which is 5 or 5 is equal, which is true here. Okay, so if I run this one, you will notice true, false, and last true here.
Correct. Yes.
So you can see the difference. In here, we are checking for one condition only, which is greater than or less than. But here we are checking for two conditions simultaneously, which is greater than and equal to. Okay, so these both conditions can be true. Okay, if number is not greater than 5, but it is equal, so it will print true here. But here, if number is not less than, but if it is equal, so number will be true here. If I put here, let's say 6 here instead of 5 here. So this one is true, again true, because 5 is, sorry, this one is false. Okay, because 5 is not greater than 6. But this one is true here, because 5 is less than 6. Okay, and here again, we can change. If 5 and 6 are equal, no, they are not. So answer will be false. If 5 and 6 are not equal, yeah, they are not equal. So answer will be true here. If 5 is greater than 6, no. So answer will be false. And here less than, yeah, it is true here. And here we are again false, because we are checking if B, which is 6, is less than 5 or not. So 6 is not less than 5. So answer will be false here. Like this one. Okay. So you can see as false, true, false, true, false, false, true. Like this one. False, false, true. Is it clear, the differences?
Yes, teacher, clear.
Yeah. Now we can move to the logical operators. Just a second. Yeah. Now we can move to logical operators. Now logical operators, we have 3 operators only, which is AND, or, not. Okay. Now what is AND, or not? So AND will return. So this will also return true and false. Okay. So again, return true or false. Now, AND here. So let's say we have 2 numbers. For example, 5 is equal to 5 and 5 is greater than 6, like this one. Now here we have condition here. One condition is here and another condition is here. Now condition can be anything. It is just an example. Now I want to show you the meaning of AND here and OR here. In the AND operator, we are checking for both conditions. Okay, so here we can check. It will return true only if both conditions are true. For example, here you can see first condition is true because 5 is equal to 5, we know. But second condition is false here because 5 is not greater than 6. But it is saying that 5 is greater than 6. So one condition is true here and one condition is false here. So the answer will be false only. Answer will be false. Because here in the AND operator, we are checking for both conditions simultaneously. Like if both conditions are true, then only the answer will be true, otherwise false. Let's say if number will be like this one. So 5 is greater than 4. Yes, 5 is greater than 4. So this condition and this condition, both are true. Then only we have this answer true here. Otherwise false. So you can think of like binaries. For example, we have this one. Like this one, 0, 1. 0 you can think of false and 1 you can think of true. The 0 is false and 1 is true here. So 0 is false and 1 is true. So one condition is false and another condition is true. Okay, false and true, which is false only. This is 0 only. Okay, which is false. 0 and 0, which is both conditions are false, if then answer will be again false, which is 0. If one condition is true and another condition again is false, then answer will be false again, which is 0. But if one condition is true and another condition is also true, answer will be true here. This is how it goes like. So in the AND operator, we check for both condition, the left condition and the right condition. If both conditions are true, then only we have true. Otherwise, we have false only. For example, in this example, we have this condition is true and this condition is true. Then only we have true here. Otherwise, we would have false. For example, if we have this 7 here. Now 5 is not greater than 7. But it is saying that 5 is greater than 7. So this condition is false. But this condition is true. So answer will be false only. Okay, let me show you an example. Let's say we are printing here 5 equal 5. We are checking and 5 is greater than 7. The same condition. So the answer will be false here.
Mhm.
Okay, you can see false. If I put here 4 here, so you can see the answer will be 2 here. Because this condition is true and this condition is also true. Let's say here where this 5 is not equal to 5. Like this one. 5 is not, we are saying that 5 is equal to 4. And 5 is greater than 4. Which means
False.
this condition is false. And this condition is true now. But answer will be again false. Because in the
Mhm.
AND operator, we check for both conditions. If both conditions are true, then only the answer will be true. Let's say here
Mhm.
we have this one. If 5 is less than, sorry, here we have this. Yeah. Let's say we have the 7 here. Now this condition is false, because 5 is not equal to 4. And this condition is also false, which is 5 is not greater than 7. So here both conditions are false. So answer will be false again.
Mhm.
Same as we can check if this is less than and this is not equal. Now we are saying that if 5 is not equal to 4, yes, they are not equal. And 5 is less than 7, yes, they are. 5 is obviously less than 7. So this condition is true now. And this condition
Mhm.
is true now. So answer will be true here. Is it
Mhm.
clear?
Clear. Yes.
Now we can move to OR condition. OR condition returns true if only one condition is
True.
true. So it will return true if only one condition is true.
Mhm.
So OR checks for one condition only. For example, we can see the same example. Like, let me write it. For example, we have this condition 5 is equal to 5 or 5 is greater than 7. Now answer will be true here. Okay, answer will be true here because we are checking for one condition. Now this condition we know it is true, but this condition is false. But here we are checking for at least one condition. So here this condition is true, so answer will be true here. If let's say this condition is also false, let's say this one. Now this condition is false and this condition is also false, so answer will be false. Rest, it is true here. So we can again compare them. Let's say if we have this 0 or 0. So answer will be if both conditions are false. This is false and this is false. Then answer will be false here, which is false. If 1 or 0, answer will be 1, which is true here. If 0 and 1, answer again will be true here. Or if 1 or 1, answer again will be 1 here, which is true.
Mhm.
Like this one. So in the OR condition, OR operator, we checks for only one condition. Either this condition will be true or this one. Any one of the condition needs to be true. Then answer will be true. Otherwise, false. If both conditions are false, then only we have false. Okay, let me show you. Print here. Let's say here we are checking for 5 is equal to 5 or 5 is greater than 7. Answer will be true here because this condition is true, but this condition is false. So if I run this, you see true here because we are checking for only one condition. Even if this condition is false, then only we have false here because now both conditions are false. If this condition is true and even this condition is true, which is let's say 4. So 5 is greater than 4, yes. So answer will be true here because both
Mhm.
conditions are true here. Okay, so this is OR operator. Now we can move to NOT operator. NOT is like reverse of true or false. Like if you put, let's say, NOT 5 equal 5. So answer will be false here because answer will be true because 5 is equal to 5. But we are putting not here, which is answer will be false. So it is like reverse of true and false. Okay, it is reverse. If we have true, we have false. If we have false, we have true. Like this one. We have print. Let's say we have this one, which is 5 equal So what would be the answer? True here first. Okay, but if I put not before this one, not. So answer become false. You can see false here. So it is like opposite of true, false, false, true. So whatever we are having the output, it will reverse it. If we are having the output true, it will reverse to false. If we are having the output false, it will reverse to true here. That is simply not. Okay, reverse. Is it clear?
Clear, teacher.
Then we can move to identity operators. In the identity operators, we have only two operators, which is and is not. So here we are comparing values. Okay, for example, we have this one A equal apple and B equal apple. So we are checking again. This will return answer in true and false. Okay, for example, we have this one, which is print if A is B or not. We are checking if A and B are equal or not. Okay, it is same as equal or not equal. But the difference is here we are checking bit by bit. Like we are checking character by character. We are checking for A to A, P to P, second P to P, L to L, E to E. So we are comparing bit by bit, like character by character. So answer will be true here because A is B, because A is equal to B. True. But what if it is apple, like this one? Now this is false. This will give you false because here we are using small case and here we are using uppercase. So answer will be false because there's a difference in uppercase and lowercase. Even if you're creating a variable like a equal 1 and a equal 1, so they are different. This a and this a, they are different here. Okay, so remember whenever you are using uppercase or lowercase. Now, why lowercase and uppercase are different? Because machine use binaries. We understand what is A and what is A. For the humans, A and A are equal. But for the machine, this A is different binary, and this A have different binary, like this one. Now you can compare this number and this number are different. Same as for the machine, this A and this A are different. Because machine can only understand numbers. Apart from number, machine cannot understand anything, like anything else. Just machine can only understand numbers. So when we convert A into binary, which is 0 and 1, we have this number, for an example. And for the A, we have this number. So this number and this number are different. So that is why for machine, this A and this A are different. Same as uppercase and lowercase are different. For example, here also. So that is why we have false here. Because this A is not equal to this A. We can check even is not. Now we are checking for not equal. We are saying that if A is not equal to B, so this is true here because A and B are not equal. You can see true here because we are saying that A is not equal to B. We can check for the numbers like for example, we can put here 3 is 4. Sorry, 3 is not 4. So we are saying that if 3 is not 4, answer is true because 3 is not 4, 3 is 3. Okay. Okay. So now here you can see with the syntax warning, it is saying that is not with int literal. Do you mean this one? So now you can think of with the strings, if you want to compare the strings that they are equal or not, you can use is or is not operator. But if you want to compare the numbers, you can use, if you want to compare the numbers like integer, float or complex, you can use equal sign for the is and not equal sign. Okay, so that is the error is saying. We are this syntax warning. That we are this warning only, not the error. Warning says answer is true only. You can see the answer, but it is a warning that instead of using is not, please use this sign here, which is not equal. So we can think of for the numbers, we can use comparison operators, and for the strings, we can use is or is not, which is identity operators. Okay, so for example, we can check here. Let's say if Python is not, let's say Pythons, you can see the difference. So answer will be true here because this one and this one are not equal. And we are checking for not equal only, which is not. Python is not Python. So answer is true because Python is S. You can see where this true here. Same as you can check here for the Python is Python. So answer is again true here, false here. Because Python is equal to Python, but we are saying Python is not Python. But if I remove is here, you can see true here. Okay. So that is why we have this is or is not for comparing the values. Okay, is you can see is and is not. So is not is opposite of is. Is it clear this much?
Yes, clear, teacher.
Then we have this membership operators. In the membership, you can see we have this again two operators in and not in. And they also written answer in true or false. So in the membership operator, let's say we have a list, or let's say we have a string here, a equal apple. So now we can check print if a in a or not, or let's say to make it simple p. So we are checking if any character is part of any other string list or not. So we are checking if p is part of a or not. A is a variable. Inside a we have this apple. So we are checking if p is in apple or not. So p is in apple, so it will return true here. Same as we can check print if p is not in a. So this will reverse. It is like in is opposite of not in. So answer will be false because P is present inside apple. So we are checking character by character. So Python first will check for A, then check for P. The P exists in the apple, so answer will be true. Then we are checking if P is not in A, but P is in A. So answer will be false here. Okay, so in is not is opposite of not in. True and false. Again, this is a string. We can also check for the list. For example, we have this list underscore 1. Let's say in the list we have numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have some strings here. Let's say we have clips like this one. So now we can check print if apple, which is apple, in list underscore 1 or not. Okay, so apple is in list, so answer will be true here because apple is the part of the list. Same as if we check for apples, now we have difference. This is apple and this is apples. So answer will be false here. Okay, so you can
Yes.
see the like singular and plural also like uppercase, lowercase also. So we check print if one in list underscore 1 or not. Okay, we are checking if one is in list underscore 1. So one is there, so answer will be true here. True here. Same as we can reverse it if one not in list underscore 1. So we are saying that if we are saying that one is not in list underscore 1, but actually one is there. One is there. So answer will be false here. Answer will be false here. Okay. Same as we can check for print, let's say 6 not in list underscore 1. So here the answer will be true because 6 is not there in my list. And we are checking for if 6 is not there. So the answer will be true because 6 is there. Sorry, 6 is not there. So that is why answer is true here because we are checking for not in. So in is opposite of not in. Same as you can check with the tuples, dictionaries, set, and etc. Okay. Is it clear? This
Clear,
much?
teacher. Yes.
Okay. Then let's say at last we can discuss the bitwise operator. I think we have not mentioned that. So we have discussed arithmetic, logical. I think we have not discussed the okay. Let me check. Arithmetic we have done. We have done with identity, membership, assignment, comparison. And then at last with this bitwise operators. Logical operators, or we can say bitwise operators. They are same only.
Mhm.
Okay, now bitwise mainly checks for the binaries. In the bitwise operators, we have just a second. Sorry, we have discussed this logical operator. That one.
Mhm.
Okay, so arithmetic is plus minus, logical is and or not, identity is or not is not, membership is in and not in, assignment operators are like equal sign, plus equal, minus equals, comparison is like greater than less than, bitwise is like it is same as logical operators only, but in the binary format. In the bitwise operators, we have this one, which is ampersand and or. Okay, this is or here. Pipeline is or, not, which is this one, and or not. First, we have these three operators. Then we have XOR, which is this one. Okay, let me write here. This is AND. This is OR. This is not. And this is XOR. And then we have this left shift, okay, which is known as zero, fill, left shift, and then this is known as signed right shift. Okay, so we have these operators. Now, difference in this operator, which is here we have this and or not. In the logical operators, we have also this and or not. The difference is in the logical operators, we are checking for the values, but in the bitwise operator, we are checking for the binaries. So it is like operation on binaries, like 0 and 1. Like at the base level, we are performing the operation. Now you are aware about and or not. So that is same as and or not. What is XOR? Let me tell you again. So what is AND? It is checking for both conditions. If 0 and 0, then answer is 0. 0 and 1, answer is 0 again, right? 1 and 0, answer is again 0. And 1 and 1, then answer is 1. 0 is false and 1 is true here. So if both conditions are false, answer is false. If one condition is false, another condition is true, answer is again false. Same as here and same as here. If both conditions are true, then only we have true here. Okay. Then we have OR operator. So again, here we can check. So for the OR operator, if we have 0 and 0, then we have 0 only, which is if both conditions are false, then only we have false. If one condition is true, another condition is false, then we have 2 here.
Well,
Same as
oh,
0 and 1 is 1.
one, yeah,
1 and 1 is.
one.
Is it clear? Okay.
Yes.
Then not operator. Not is opposite of if we have 0, then we have 1. If we have 1, then we have 0. It is opposite of 0 and 1.
Mhm.
Okay, then we can check for the XOR operator. XOR operator is like we are performing operators on top of XOR. So here we can write it will set each bit to 1 means true if there's no concept of 2 and false. We have 1 and 0 only in the bitwise operator. In the logical operator, we have 2 and false. In the bitwise, we have 1 and 0 only. 1 if only 2 bits are 1, which is here we can write, let's say we have the 0 and 1. 0 and 1 would be 1. Okay, 1 and 1 would be 0. 1 and 0 would be, let's say 1 and 0 would be again 1. Okay, and then 0 and 0 would be again 0. set each bit to 1. Yeah. So you can see the difference here. I think the definition is not correct. Set
Yes.
each bit to 1 if only put it.
If it's both same 1 1, oh same 0 still. Okay.
Let me check it. Just give me a
So
second. I'm just confused here. XOR. Okay.
operator.
You can check the example.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So 1 0 is 1. 1 1 is 0. Yeah. So we have the same bit. If we have the same bit, then we have 0. And if we have different bit, we have 1. Which is,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
if we have this 0 1, then 1. 1 1, we have this true condition. Both conditions are same. Then we have 0, which is false. If one condition is true and another is false, then we have 1. And here we have this 0. And here we have this. Here we have this 0 here. And here we have this 1 here. Like this. Yeah, if both conditions are true or false, then we have 0 0. Like if 1 1, if common 1 are there, then we have 0. If different numbers are there, like 1 and 0, then we have 1. 1 and 1 are equal, which is 1 and 1, 0. 0 and 0 is 0. And 0 1 is 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which is same here. So here we have different condition, then we have true here. For the different conditions, we have true, and for the same condition, we have false here. So let me write. For different conditions, we have true, and for same conditions, we have false, like this one. So here we have different condition, we have answer true. Same condition, answer false. Different
Mm-hmm.
condition, answer true. Same condition, answer false. Okay, so this is XOR operator. Then we have this zero fill left shift. So this will shift the numbers. For example, let me perform this operator first. Let's do this AND operation. So let's see we have this binary here, which is 1 0 1 0 1 1, 8 bit. Let me zoom in. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Let's see this one binary. Now here we can perform the AND operator first. So what is the AND operator? So what is the answer will be? 1 1. So we start from right hand side. Okay. So 1 0 is
1 0 for XOR teacher,
for AND operator, for the AND operator.
and 0
0. Okay, then we have 1 1.
1,
Yeah, then we have 1 1 1.
and yeah,
And
and
then we have
then
this
1 is 0, and
0. Then we have this
yes,
0 and then 0.
0,
So 3 zeros at a row,
0.
0 0 0.
Mm-hmm. And then 1,
Yeah, 1 1 0 1,
1,
right? 1 0.
yes, 1 0 1, yes.
So this is the operation on AND operator. Same as we can
Mm-hmm.
perform this on the OR operator.
Mm-hmm.
So what is OR here?
That one is 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 1.
All are ones except this 0 0, right?
Yes,
All are one
yes,
except this 0.
yes.
Like this. Then not operator, which is it is written on one operator only. So it is reverse. 1 0 becomes 1 becomes 0, 0 becomes
Correct.
1. 1 becomes 0, 1 0 1 0 like this.
Yes.
Then we can perform the XOR operator here, which is like this. Now tell me the answer here.
Uh, if it's the same, 0. If not the same, 1, right? So 0 1 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1.
Yeah. So 1, 1 is equal. So that is again 0. 0, 1,
0,
1. Then 0 again.
yes.
Then we have this 0 again.
Same.
Then
Oh,
1, 1, 0. Like this. This is
0,
XOR operator.
yes, 1.
Then we have this 0 fill left shift. So it will shift left by pushing 0 in the form of, let's say, right. Let's say we have this number. Let's say we have this number here. 1, 1, like this one. And if the question is asking to perform 1 left shift. Okay. So the 1 bit will be shifted to left and others will become 0. Okay, like the space will become 0. For
Mm.
example, let's say we have this bit here. Let me put a small bit for now. Let's say 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. So perform 1 left shift. Let's say we can take this 1, 0 here. So this 0 will shift at place of 1. Okay, like this one. We have this 1, 1, 0. So 1, 1, it becomes, this space will be empty because 0 will shifting at place of 1. So at place of 1, we have 0. At 1 will shift again at place of 0, which is 1, like this one. So we have this 1 here. This 1 will shift, the 0 will shift at place of 1. Okay, which is 0. And this 1 will shift as place of 1, which is 1 here. And then this 1 will lost. And then at last we have this space here. Okay. And that will be replaced by 0 only. That is like 0 fill left shift. Let me show you with the help of image for the better clarity. So in the left shift and right shift, we have this positive number as well. For example, we have this logical left shift. Okay. So this is most side bit and this is least like size bits. So when we shift by 1, so this 1 will be shifted on the okay. So let's see this question. It is asking for shifting to 1.
Mm-hmm.
So this 1 will shift here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
at place of 0. This 0 will shift at place of 1. This will shift here. This will shift here. And this will shift here. And in place of this one, this will remain empty. So this empty will be filled by 0 only. And this one will be discarded. That is what I'm saying. Okay. So for example, if we have this bit here, which is this one 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, and someone asks you to perform 1 left shift. So this particular shift, this first will become empty. So 1, 1, 0, 1, empty, like this one. Okay, now if this blank will empty, so where this 0 will go? This 0 will shift at place of 1. Okay, and this 1 will shift at place of 0, and then 0 will shift at place of 1. 1 will shift at place of 1, and then this 1 at end will be lost. Okay, like this one. So first we have this 1, 1, 0, 0, like this one. Okay, like here we have this 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, and this space. So this 0 will come at place of 1, like this one. This 1 will come in at place of 0. So this is 1. This 0 will come at place of 1, which is here. This is 0. And
Mm-hmm.
will come, this 1 will come at place of this 1. So this is 1 only. And this 1 will come here, which is 1 here. And this 1 will be lost. Okay, so the bit become 1, 0, 1, 0, and this blank should be filled. So this will fill with 0. So the answer of 1, 1, 0, 1, 0 will be 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. Like this one. Okay, so this one will lost and 1, 0, 1, 0 as it is, like this one. And this last bit will be filled by 0. If someone asks you to perform 2 left shift, so which means 2 shift you have to perform, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, let's say. So this 10 will be shift to this 10 and so on, which is
Mm-hmm.
first we have to empty this place 1010. So we have this one, which is 110 and then 2 space. Okay, 2 empty space. Then this 0 will, this 10 all together will shift at place of another 10, this one. So this will become 10 again. And then again this 10 and this 10 will shift at place of this single one, which is 1 on. So here we have the 0 and this 1 and this 1 will be lost. And here we have the 0 and 0, like this. Okay, so because we have to fill these two blanks, so this will fill it by 0, 0. Okay, which means the same here. Like, let me show you a simple example. Like this one. This is a logical shift. So here we have this binary here. Okay, and here this one will shift at this one place, like one step forward. And this one will shift at this place. This 0 will shift as 0 place. And this 0 will shift as 1 place. And move on. Okay, like this one. And at last, this one will be lost. Because we are assuming we want same size of bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if we are shifting this one all together like here up to 0, and this one will be lost. Okay, lost means discarded, and at place of this empty space we have 0. That is how we can perform left logical shift. Is it clear?
Yes, teacher.
Same as we have this right logical shift, which is
Right
shifting,
logical shift. That's the opposite only.
yeah, opposite of the left shift, which is
Or
shifting
left.
towards right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is known as left shift and right shift.
Mm-hmm.
So we will do some operations on the left shift and right shift on the next session. Okay. So in the next session, the operators are almost completed. Okay, we will do some more operations on bitwise. Mainly bitwise are left. So we will do some operations on AND or NOT, invert,
Mm-hmm.
which is not here, this XOR, and this bitwise left shift and right shift. Okay, that we will see like some operations, numerical operations on in the next session. Okay.
Okay.
In the meantime, you can revise these operators and other parts. Is it clear?
Yes.
Any
Yes, clear.
questions?
No question, teacher.
Okay, so these are all the operators in Python. Apart from these operators, you will not going to get any other operator. Okay. So the next session, we will start with the strings manipulation.
What's the next topic, teacher again?
Strings manipulation. It is like what kind of operation we can perform with the strings.
String manipulation. Okay, teacher.
Okay. Any
Okay, thank you
questions?
very much. Yeah, nothing.
Thank you.